Hi guys, so this is going to be a little bit of a different video and it's probably going to be a bit rambly. It might sound like a rant to some of you and it's honestly not meant to be, but I had a comment on my last video. I don't know, my skincare video might have gone up before this one. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put my skincare up or this one first, but the video before that, my life update video, I think I was in my onesie and I didn't have any makeup on, and as I normally do, as I feel like a lot of people do on YouTube, they tend to apologise for not having makeup on, which is kind of ridiculous, but we do, that's just something you do. Oh God, sorry, I'm dressed like this. Or we're quite self-deprecating, generally. And I had a comment, which I'm going to say didn't particularly bother me, but it must have hit a nerve somehow for me to want to make a video like this. And it wasn't that it particularly offended me, but I guess it kind of did a little bit. And it was something along the lines of, excuse my naked face, lol, you know you're pretty, whatever. Or something to that effect. And it kind of made me think, well, it irritated me. It did. I'm going to admit, it irritated me. Because I think, as much as that's how people might see me or see other people, you know, I look at Angelina Jolie, for example, and go, bloody hell, she must have a brilliant day every day because she is so utterly gorgeous. And actually, that's not fair, because as much as it's wonderful that people see me or other people in a certain way, especially as for, you know, at school, for example, and even with my friends now, I'm a model, as you guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, but that's my job. And, you know, I've had friends go to, say I'm having a crap day, I've got a spot here and my skin's normally clear. So one spot is a huge deal to me, but everyone else is looking at me going, oh, piss off, Hannah, you're a model. And it's like, or, you know you're pretty, excuse your naked face. Like, that's a ridiculous thing for me to say. And actually, we're all human beings, no matter what anybody else thinks of us. Because how you see yourself is not how the rest of the world sees you, and vice versa. So for someone to comment something like that, although it's not specifically about that comment, the point I'm making is that we should all think about being sensitive to other people and realise that everybody is a human being. That's what bothered me. It wasn't the specific comment, because I don't like to get head up about specific comments, because everybody gets bits and pieces on YouTube. That's what you let yourself in for, frankly. It shouldn't be okay, but you do kind of expect it. But it did make me think, well, I think it's important for other people to realise that everybody is human, and just because you see someone a certain way doesn't mean that that's how they feel about themselves. Because I spent many years, and I'm sure, other people have had the same experience. You have big boobs and you hate them because they get in the way, and everyone else are going, oh, it's lucky, easy for you to go bra shopping because you look great in anything. I have to buy push-ups. It's all like, no one's ever happy with what they have, and everybody else thinks that everybody else is better in some way, or do you? I don't know if I'm making any sense. I really don't know if I'm making any sense. I don't know, it irritated me, because I think we should all remember that although we should all love ourselves, because everybody's different and everybody has something that they can say is beautiful about them, and they should do, and you should love every part of you, that's hard to do, and it's hard to put into action, and it's upsetting to me that I haven't always felt like I can go, God, I'm having a really crap day, or God, I'm having a fat day, or, you know, and I have good friends now that understand that I hate it when this happens, but I've had friends in the past go, oh, Hannah, don't be ridiculous. You know, they'll all be complaining about bits they don't like about themselves, and, you know, you're having a bit of a chat with your girl mates, you go, God, I feel huge today, or, you know, whatever, something. Everybody, you know, you get days where you're feeling insecure and you're having a hang up, and I'll try, you know, I've joined in the conversation going, God, well, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. They've all looked at me like, sorry, what? You're you. And I'm like, but I'm a person, and people don't necessarily like themselves all the time. And that's a real shame, because I have days where I really like all of me, but I also have days where I really don't like any of me. And I know I'm still going to get people coming on here probably going, whatevs, that was for attention, or, and you know what, F you, sorry, but it's an important conversation to have. And I think, I don't know, I just wanted to have a bit of a ramble and to kind of let anybody else know who gets that on a regular basis that it's not okay. You are a human being. You're allowed to feel like crap if you want to, because we are all human. But also it's important to try and like the good bits. I don't always feel 100% confident without my makeup on. I have good skin, I know I do. My eyebrows all right, I think I have pretty eyes. You know, there are lots of things I like about me, but I don't feel as confident without makeup on as I do with makeup on, especially because I feel like I might get judged more harshly, because everyone goes, or people have done in the past, having been, you know, hideously bullied at school, oh, she's a model, but she looks like that without her face on. And I'm like, well, I'm a person, you know? So I feel like I almost have this image to uphold, which I shouldn't have to, but I feel like I do because of the comments I've received in the past. And that's not to say I'm ashamed of my naked face, because, you know, I'll happily go out without a face on, and I do a lot, but I guess I do automatically almost apologise to you lot if I'm ever seen without a face on, just because I almost feel like I have to, and I know that's wrong, but that's how I feel because I'm a person and I'm allowed to feel less confident. I don't really know where this is heading. I just wanted to bring it up as a subject, and I know there will be, you know, there's bound to be people clashing in the comments, or maybe you'll all have a lovely conversation about it in the comments, I don't know. But I just wanted to have a conversation about it, because I think it was interesting that that comment made me think about having this conversation, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Am I trying to say that? I just think it's important to remember that no matter what you think about other people, you don't know what's happened to them. You don't know how they're feeling. And as much as you might think that because you see them a certain way, that's how they see themselves, that's not always the case. And it's important to treat everybody like they are human beings, because that's all we are, I guess. I don't really know what else to say now, so I'm probably going to go. And I'm sorry this was rambly, and I hope I haven't offended anybody. And I know it wasn't well put together, but this is just me giving you some food for thought, because I felt like it was important, I guess. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think. If you don't like what I've said, I'm sorry, but that's how I'm feeling. I think it's a good conversation to have, and I've done it now. So there you go. I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Hannah Jo Janes for both of those. If I'm not in here, I'm often on one of those, mainly Instagram, to be honest. And remember, you are gorgeous just the way you are, and do not let anybody tell you otherwise. Okay, see you in the next one. Goodbye.